Stand to MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue to the campaigns of Rippers, Rumblers, and last time, well, the Hatchet Man got a little bit dented again. Unfortunately, we can't seem to keep this gosh darn thing alive. Not only have we lost a set of claws, a set of talons, but now even the spiked fist. I'm getting to get the feeling that I may be losing my touch on this one, and I'm going to have to sort of reintegrate myself into the proper mindset of bringing a mech that can bash the crap out of people. Mainly because we just lost the mech that can bash the crap out of people. I mean, it's going to get rebuilt, but the damage isn't going to be anywhere near what it used to be. But hey, that's a problem for later. For right now, though, we're looking to grab more parts in order probably to fix that Hatchet Man, actually, and to maybe expand into the heavy category, which I would so very much like to do. And in order to do that, we need to take higher level missions. 3.5 skulls probably sounds like a good idea. So with that in mind, war criminal. Our intelligence has identified an infamous war criminal in the service of the Federated Sons on New Aragon. We do not care about the deviant forces, but the criminal must be brought to justice. And by justice, we mean dead. And by dead, we mean killed. And by killed, we mean take him out for a parfait. Alright, let's go rock and roll. Oh, it's this map again. This is an excellent map for an assassinate mission because, and I love this map, the enemy general will spawn here. Reinforcements are over here. And if you're fast enough, you can simply cross this road and kill him before these guys can do anything. We've actually done this mission, just gone in and out before without any trouble whatsoever. So there's entirely a chance we might be able to pull that off. So let's go check out the actual lance today. And some of you may have noticed a slightly odd setup. But hey, we have Hammer in Mr. Stabby, or Mr. Shanky. I can never quite remember what I wanted to call it. It's labeled Mr. Stabby here, but that may change to Mr. Shanky. I'm not really sure. Ripper in the new Bushwhacker, which I've found I'm quite fond of, actually. The twin light PPCs and the Gauss rifle seems to be an interesting combination. It worked out pretty well the last time we used it. Witness in the Shadowhawk and Exodus in the Starhawk. So let's get ready to rumble. Looks like Witness is going to win the initiative war, so he will get to move first. We shall run him forward as quickly as we can. Gotta remember where the ramps actually are on this one so I don't get stuck anywhere. We're gonna see what it is. Oh, we've got ambush. What's the ambush? Ooh, interesting. Maybe we don't want to go for that. Okay. Okay, so bear with me here on this one just a little bit. Enemy target is here. Enemy reinforcements here. Enemy ambushers... Where was that? Way back here. If we head back here first... Yeah, that's going to take them a while to get here. So we'll kill the ambushers, then we'll kill the reinforcements coming to get us, and then that'll leave us easy to kill him, unless, you know, he comes first. Ooh, I like this plan. Alright, let's go sprint off and to the back to actually see what's going on, and yeah, I want to get lots of mechs and cool stuff, so let's go see if we can't kill absolutely everybody, and I have no idea how difficult this is actually going to be, because it's a assassinate mission, which tends to be a little bit rough. Assassinations actually are one of the more dangerous mission types that you can take, especially if you take the General. The General is one of the assassination missions that you really want to avoid, otherwise you're going to find yourself fighting about 14 mechs, and that's not exactly the most pleasant experience ever. But on the other hand, let's bring Witness along. We do, of course, want to make sure that he does not fall behind. On the other hand, they're also some of the most rewarding. Because they're difficult and they give you really hard things to have to fight, you can actually pick up some really good gear off of them. So that's what we're going to sort of hope for. We're going to sprint up here at most of our speed, and we have them in sight. We have a Raptor 2, a Javelin, and a Javelin. Alright, this should be easy. We'll be able to knock them out without too much trouble, and that might still sucker him in. I don't really know, but we'll find out soon. Got a little bit of long-range fire coming our way, but Mr. Stabby is currently at a fairly decent level of evasion, and he's in cover, so he's a little bit difficult to hit. So, also, we have shots already. Lovely. I could take those shots, or I could run forward, and I'm going to run forward because we do want to get close to the enemy. It's a Scarecrow! Okay. I don't remember if I kept my Scarecrow parts. Huh. That's a shame. Do I want to launch a Silver Bolt gas shot here? I'm not sure that I do. Good for our cluster for fairly high, 24%. Yeah, it's only a 45 tonner. Let's give him a little bit of Silver Bolt. It looks like we missed entirely, which is a bit of a shame, but we will work on that as we get a little bit closer. But now they understand what it is that they're dealing with. And if we can get everybody there in time, we can hopefully break this group and then break the next group, and steadily break every single group we happen to run into. Do I have a shot anywhere? No, I have to move forward if I want to get his X-Pulse in range. I'm not going to do that. It's not worth risking ourselves so early in the mission. We will... Or, wait, no, you don't have an X-Pulse. You're the... Oh, no, you're a Starhawk. Okay, yeah. Okay. That's actually a bit of more of a problem than I thought. I for some reason I had these two mechs confused, and I thought the Shadowhawk was a little bit closer than it is. The MRMs on the Shadowhawk are devastatingly effective. So having those at your disposal is quite the increase in firepower. Okay, Javelin 10N coming our way. And I'm not quite sure what the 10N is carrying, but if it's like most Javelins, it's not going to be all that dangerous. Got some missiles coming in from the other Javelin, so he seems to be pretty normal-ish. Might be an MLM or could be the normal SRM loadout on the Javelin. That was a bit of a long shot for him to make, though, if he is packing the SRMs. So no real damage taken. The Raptor's coming around, and he's basically just a slightly larger, whatchamacallit, Raven. So, and as you can see by his Raven model. Ripper, are you in range? Or not Ripper, sorry. Hammer is actually in range. He can hit him for a pretty decent amount of hit damage. Only 134, but it's a medium mech. So let's just swing his little shank, although he's going to use his open arm for it, and tear off an arm. Lovely. Okay, so already we've caused a little bit of problem on him. We are being jammed by his ECM, and I don't think we managed to poke him with the tag, unfortunate as that may be. However, we have started the pressure. The 10N is a pair of missile launchers, so either MLMs or SRMs, as they normally are equipped with. Although the 10N, I don't know if you're stock or not, but it doesn't really matter. Javelins are not all that dangerous at the end of the day. I mean, they can be. The Javelin F is packing 4 medium lasers, which we actually used a fairly similar loadout for quite some time on one of our mechs over in the other campaign. 44% with the light PPCs. How about if I just went back to normal 38? No, we'll keep the cluster going. And maybe we'll be able to nick them. We will shut off the rocket launchers. I don't want to risk that at this time. We'll save them for a good moment. And we did manage to hit him with one and a couple of the silver bullet Gauss shells. Silver bullet Gauss shells? The cluster shells. We'll just go with that. So the Scarecrow is a fairly advanced version. It's basically an upgraded version of the Blackjack. So we ran into one of these earlier on. It wasn't all that dangerous, although part of that was because it wasn't a very good version of the mech. Apparently there's like 2 major versions, and one of them is significantly better than the other. So we're going to continue to try and put the pressure on. MRMs, no chance at all. May as well poke with the tag, though. Hey, we got him! A 10% chance. Maybe I should have fired the MRMs. Might have gotten some interesting work done there. We do have movement coming from the supporting Davian forces, so we are going to want to clean these guys up as soon as possible. That way we can then sort of make a wheeling movement towards the reinforcing Davians and break them before any real damage can be done. X-Pulse is actually going to have a fairly decent amount of accuracy on this one. Unfortunately, the medium lasers, not so much. So we're going to plink around, but we weren't actually able to make him unsteady. That's going to have to require probably the MRMs to push him over the threshold. Hammer's up again, and I think I'm just going to maneuver Hammer over here. And it's not the best maneuver ever, but I will take it. So we'll come over down here, see if we can't break the Javelin. It's only an 80% chance, but tore off half the mech, and so he's having an unfun day. So that'll reduce his initiative, making him a bit more vulnerable. Missed with the tag again. There's the other Javelin that we can now see. Are you also a 10N? You are. So these two Javelins are identical. So he's going to roll on up, open fire on the Commando. He did hit us with a bunch of his SRMs, actually. That's somewhat concerning. We've taken more damage than I otherwise would like to have done by this point in the battle. Can get a side angle shot on him. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Let's go turn him into mincemeat, actually. Normal shell? No. Actually, we're going to keep it the clusters, partially because we're on his side, which sort of condenses the area, and we did get a head hit, so he has been injured quite badly. We have also thrown him over his threshold, so if I were to sprint all the way forward, we'd be looking at a 44% chance with the MRMs. If I were to simply walk on forward, I'd be looking at a 38. So yeah, we're going to sprint, get ourselves as close as possible. We may actually put ourselves in the open. That'll give us a fairly significant boost in accuracy. So 70% looks to be fun. Let's go kill him, hopefully. I mean, he is a 40-ton mech. He has failed the stability check, and come on, bore through him, break something. Engine crit, stability check's passed, although I think I threw him over to the threshold. Yes, we pushed him all the way down, and so he will be on his back. Exodus is still ready to go, so Exodus might actually be able to finish this mech off. Although, didn't I hit you in the head? Apparently, he's only taken 1 injury so far. Getting blasted from behind is not exactly fun, but we can play with these guys a little bit more using our advanced tactics. And also, we can probably break out Berserker sometime soon. Looks like the Scarecrow is coming up for a punch, not able to connect. That was your biggest mistake there, buddy, because now you are in melee range with my Mr. Stabby, and I still have my special abilities. Okay, sounds like we got a couple of large lasers coming in. Got a crab 20. So nothing too dangerous, actually. Crabs are fairly decent mechs, although we are kind of hoping for slightly larger than that. Alright, Exodus, let's get in here and sort of end the Raptor. I could blow off his legs, but I'm fairly certain he's got a XL engine, which I can probably blow apart. Oh, he had a mask! Oh, crap, I wish I knew that. I would have gone for the other torso. Oh well. So we unfortunately lost a mech, and we're now taking some rear LRM fire. Nothing too serious yet. It hasn't managed to hit us, and we are going to pull around behind this, whatchamacallit, this plateau here, which should give us a little bit more protection. Yeah, definitely LRMs. Only taking 3 damage from that one. So we should be able to clean these guys up, hopefully before these ones show up. Got a Trebuchet and a Cyclops? Wait a second, a 30-ton Cyclops? Huh. There must be another mech called a Cyclops, because the only Cyclops I know is an assault mech. It was actually introduced, or not introduced, but they actually included it in the Flashpoint DLC as one of the mechs that you could get. Let's go Berserker this, so that we can make sure he dies. And I'm going to slip around to your back just for the additional accuracy. Surprisingly, I'm not going to hit you all that accurately, only 75%. But it's going to be enough, and that's his XL engine. Gone or no? Not really sure, actually. He's on his back. I think he's dead. Okay, good. So he did, in fact, have an XL engine. We took out the most dangerous one. We've just got these two now to wipe out. And at the end of the day, Javelins are 30-ton mechs. Yes, they're hurting Mr. Stabby a heck of a lot more than I want them to. And that's actually a major problem. Let's see if we can't prevent that from occurring. Do I move? Yes, I don't care about fire, honestly. And the reason why we don't care about fire is this mech is chill. Ridiculously chill. Still going to save that. We are, however, going to set this to, not scrap. We don't want to accidentally blow ourselves up. Standard boat. We missed with it. Probably should have fired with the normal one, but we did get a pair of PPC hits. That means twin sensor impaired. I don't know if they stack. I really should actually ask somebody that question, because that would be kind of important to know. Shadowhawk can get a brilliant shot on both of them. Do I go for you? Because I can kill you, but I can definitely kill you. You haven't acted yet, so you must die. So we'll blast him first. Make sure that he dies so that he does not get a chance to actually shoot Mr. Stabby, because Mr. Stabby can come around and chop him in the back. Hammer is quite the efficient pilot. Exodus will then come around. Can I get into his back? Not quite, but I can't get into basically point-blank range at him onto his side. That'll give me a fairly decent shot here. We didn't walk through the fire, luckily, and this is a fairly decent chance to hit. Unfortunately, the first X-Pulse shot missed, and the second one didn't exactly hit what I was looking for. But we now have his structure exposed, so the enemy now gets to move. So Crab, Cyclops, which is apparently a 30-tonner, and a Trebuchet. Yeah, the Cyclops I know is no 30-tonner. It is a very dangerous assault mech that normally, actually, when you run into it in MechWarrior Online, you see it packing twin Gauss rifles or some ridiculous rocket launcher combination. Alright, Witness, let's go wipe this guy out, because I think we can do it. Hi. Bye. Not even going to have to use Warlord. Warlord has changed. I think I mentioned this the last episode, but in case I haven't, allow me to make sure I get this across. Warlord has become very much a he must die now button, and I'll take some pain later, because as you can see, generates 10 extra heat for the next 4 turns, does 10% more damage, and you gain +1 accuracy. But if he doesn't die, then oh, I thought for a second I accidentally did something I really didn't want to do. We will walk up and stomp, because we may as well. And that'll put a death to him. So the ambushers are completely out of the fight. That's lovely. We can now focus on the supporting Davian forces who are actually being dragged in relatively close to me. It seems like they are well, I can't say that. I was about to say it seems like they're a more long-range version of these mechs, but that's not really true. Because only the Crab, and okay, so the Crab and the Trebuchet so far have sort of hinted to us that they should be longer range mechs. And whoever's, well, that's probably the Trebuchet. I don't know what a Cyclops does, though. I will move my Bushwhacker up here. Get an altitude advantage. We are on fire. We do not care, because we have more than enough heat control to actually handle all this. We have picked up 2 of them on long-range scanners, so we can keep sort of maneuvering against them. A little bit more long-range fire coming out of the Bushwhacker. One actually managed to impact on him. It's not a big deal at this point. Yes. And the Trebuchet is moving forward. It is a 5J. And also, the 5J is the one with the single launcher and the 3 lasers, isn't it? I think I have one of those, or had one of those. So he's not all that dangerous. Oh no, we fought one of those in our Mech HQ game. Haha, I remember that. Do we want to position ourselves? The Shadowhawk is not exactly a super long-range combatant, so I will maneuver there. This will also give us an excellent chance to chill out. And we'll also maneuver Mr. Stabby into a position where he can go bounding forward shortly and, well, basically hurt somebody very badly. He is on fire, but we do not care. He has a single small laser, which he, I don't think well, no, he's used it a couple of times, but rarely uses. Trebuchet lobbing a couple more missiles on it. He's got, yeah, a single LRM-15 and 3 medium lasers. So not all that dangerous to us. Can I actually get up here? I can. Okay, but I'm going to have to sprint if I want to get a shooting position. I'd rather not reveal myself to everybody, as I'm not quite sure I can win that duel. I'm not even sure I can win this duel, but we're going to give it a shot. And the reason why is because he's a crab, and he's got twin large lasers. So let's go lob a silver bullet shell at him. Missed, but we did hit with one of the PPCs, so he's less accurate. Sort of a mini version of Haywire, using sensor impaired to reduce his accuracy a bit. He did manage to hit us with one of those large lasers, and that's an exchange ratio we cannot maintain. We'll probably maneuver over to here, get side-angle shots on him to keep shooting down. We have actually located all 4 now, and we're looking at a Cyclops, an Urban Mech. Okay. Cyclops, Urban Mech, Crab, and Thingamabob. Starhawk run forward? I really don't want to. But it may be my only choice. The reason why I don't want to is I don't want to block the road. Can I... No, I can't block that location, otherwise I'm blocking the road. The reason I can't block the road is because Mr. Stabby's got to get in there. So we will actually maneuver here, though, to give everybody a line of sight. Yeah, single LRM-15 and 3 medium lasers. I wanted to see the crab, if I'm completely honest with myself. That's actually a fairly decent shot at him, so we're going to open fire. I got one of the X-Pulse shots in, 2. Unfortunately, 2 of them missed. That is unfortunate. We got an okay number of the medium lasers on, but we did definitely scatter it all over the place. A little bit more light fire, raining down on the bushwhacker. That's okay. Should probably get an AMS on one of these mechs at some point. And it's an R68. So is this the MRM version of it? I think it might be. If it is, then actually, no, I was about to say I'd like to... Wait, no, that one... The MRM version of the Irby has a...
How's it going?
Yes, it does have a, whatchamacallit, an MRM 30. 75, but I'll be in cover, side angle shot. No, we'll go here. So we are exposed, but we're going to rely on our evasion and our electronic countermeasure system. We did tear out half of his mech. Unfortunately, it was not the right half. We needed to destroy the right torso, and that would have made it so that he would have lost the majority of his weapon systems. Something that has not occurred now. Not a good shot there. I do want to get an angle on you. I could just fire from here. You do have shoot and scoot. Oh, and it's a fairly decent shot, too. Yeah, give that crab something to think about. And you know what? I think we warlord this. So we'll definitely give him something to think about. Unfortunately, we missed with the thing that was going to make him have to think about it. So we're going to maneuver back over here so that we can keep moving forward again. A Witness, on the other hand, can get relatively close. Let's get Witness in here, because Witness is going to want to be up close and personal with his MRMs. He has the better version, 59, 57. Yeah, let's pull him out of the fight. Ooh, that was terrible out of the medium lasers, and really not a great showing out of the MRMs either. He has been tagged, he has been hurt, but he's not down, and he's, well, going to be painful. I think Butcher might be available. We're about to get melee attacked by a crab, which is not the worst thing in the world, because one, he missed, but more importantly, he just put his back to my entire lance. So I'm not quite certain what his plan was, but I gotta imagine that it was bad. Because just from what I'm seeing here. So let's just maneuver right in behind him. Yeah, I'm blocking my my little guy, but I'm going to warlord this, because if I can kill him right here and right now, then I'm not going to have to worry about a lot. Structure exposed already. And yeah, all of that back armor is just gone. So all I really need is Witness to come along and just blitz him. And Witness has a fairly decent chance to be the next person to go. Yeah, we're just too close for him to do anything. Those LRMs, we're well within point blank range for those. So he's maneuvered away. If a Witness comes up first, and I really hope he does, then he should be able to kill this. I mean, his armor, he doesn't have any, really, at the back anymore. I really don't know what possessed him to make that maneuver. It really kind of seems like a dumb thing to try. This is a large laser out of the Cyclops. I'm really, truly not familiar with this Cyclops mech. Hammer is up, and Hammer is gonna go swing at the Trebuchet, right? Ooh, 21. Shoot. Can't afford that. Hammer, you actually are going to have to go attack this. Oh, that would be terrible. That would put everybody in my back arc. Yeah, no, we're probably going to give up the back shot here, but on the bright side, I'm probably going to kill this guy. Well, maybe not. We're not hitting him for all that much damage. We have opened him, though. Whoops. Okay, so there's nothing left. Oh, ammo explosion had to be. I'm going to say it was the tag that set off the warheads. We're going to go with that one. Alright, enemy phase on 21, which is unfortunately him. He's going to melee me again. And this time he hit. Oh, that was painful. We're down to 9 armor on the Beagle Active Probe side. Exodus, though? Witness, actually, can you maneuver around him? Oh, you can. Lovely. Yeah, tear him apart. Just, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Make the crab go away, please. Yeah, there's going to be nothing left. It is a basic crab, though, so there's nothing on board here that I really care about. The 250 Radiant Fusion Core, but I think I got 3 of them. So, aside from that, I have no problems with just dumping a crab off. We will then sprint forward to go take a look at all of our brand new friends. Hi! Which one is the Cyclops? You are just literally a mini Cyclops. I don't know if it's a joke, or, well, I assume the model use is a joke. Is there a second 30-ton mech that's a Cyclops? Because that does not seem right to me. Oh, crap, I don't want to shoot you, because I think you might be the MRM version, and I'd like to kill you by killing your other side, because I'm really looking for another MRM-30. Wow, if the medium lasers could be any less accurate. Jeez. Alright, on to the enemy. Let's see how they're going to respond. With nothing. Oh, that must have been our target. We'll maneuver around up here. We'll get a shot down on the Cyclops. We are on fire, and that is actually causing a bit of a problem when combined with our Warlord. It's not the worst thing in the world, though. Yeah, shoot the Cyclops. That time we hit him. Okay, so he's dead. Oh, he had LRM ammo. Okay, that's not a big deal. We are now going to try and burn down Irby. That could be it. Yeah, that's an MRM-30. Mr. Stabby is now exposed, and zzz, he's got an XL engine. So Mr. Stabby is no longer in this fight, aside from, you know, trying to beat the crap out of him. Berserker! I brought him literally so that I could sort of take care of the heavy mech, because I figured I could use Berserker to break him. Alright, so we've broken most of your mech. I'm trying to save this, because that looks like an MRM-30, and you have improved MRM ammo if I'm remembering this particular mech correctly. And I think I am. Again, problem with I don't want to shoot that side. I may not actually have a choice in that one. Go for the leg, please. Okay, sensor's impaired. It didn't blow his head off. Interesting. Okay, right over here. Ace pilot. Witness, what has he got left? You have a fairly advanced sense. You don't, actually. Okay, that's fine. Hi, I'm gonna run right in front of you. Amazingly, we did not blow off the arm. Unfortunately, we're very close to killing him. It is an MRM-30 with improved ammo. I want to kill just the CT. You know what? Offensive push. CT only? Yes, I'm going to do it because it's the best chance we have of killing this guy without blowing apart anything except for the CT. Unfortunately, he passed his stability check. Is anybody left? No, he's going to be able to maneuver. Wait, no, it's Exodus. Okay, Exodus. You're going to maneuver right over here. Haha, we've got him. Alright, and now kill him. Yes, because damage can't flow out of the CT, so we saved the MRM. That was the most important thing we picked up from this battle. Okay, so supporting force has been defeated, and now it's just the hero. So let's go figure out who this war criminal is. I like this. I think this worked out very nicely. Able to chill out. We don't have him sensor ranges yet. Yeah, Hammer, you're not involved in this. You're just going to hang back here and not fight anybody. Because he has an XL engine. And if that XL engine explodes, I could potentially lose my Mr. Stabby, and I don't have a replacement. And I've already lost one melee mech. I'm not losing another. Well, we haven't lost... I gotta preface that. We haven't actually lost our Hatchet Man. Just a lot of his firepower is not what it once was. Is there no way down from here? Huh. That's rather amusing, because that's going to mean I have a very long trip to take. That's not the worst thing in the world. We are on fire. We don't care. This will also allow us to chill out from Warlord. Enemy phase at 18. So we will get a look at him, but we're not going to engage until after we manage to get Hammer over here. Luckily for us, Hammer is actually fairly quickly. A Centurion, a CN-10. Okay. You're not a particularly interesting mech to me. No point in shooting. We don't have a good shot. Hammer is also going to stay right back here and hidden. Nobody will see him. Ripper has a trip to make. Do you have anything? No, you don't. I was wondering for a while. I didn't think I had put any activatable components on this. I think I made it very reliable. So a Centurion CN-10, nothing special. It is basically a 55-ton Centurion. which is actually lore correct. I actually looked that up because I actually have a couple of parts to this mech. I was like, wait a second, a Centurion that's 55 tons? Is this some kind of special hero? Well, it is. It's a very late modification, well, not modification, upgrade to the original design. It's interesting, but it's a Centurion, and we've had 2 of them. Although a 55-ton version of them would give us a pretty interesting increase in firepower. I mean, nothing crazy, but yeah, interesting nonetheless. So it looks like we're engaging 2-on-1. Hi, ooh, terrible. Blast anyway. Those lasers just have been accomplishing next to nothing. Oh, it's really painful, actually. We should be able to... Oh, we can definitely walk this one. So we'll walk, get rid of our stability problems, and just lay into him. Buzz. Not dealing a whole ton of damage on this one. Only 8. He might have some sort of defensive shielding, because this is a very advanced mech. Is he walking away? He is walking away. He's decided he does not want to engage. I can't really blame him all that much. Does he really want to get into a fight with a mech like this? Hi! Surprise! Warlord. Yes. Blast is back. The only problem with this is he is now going to attempt to run. That is a guarantee. And we need to make sure that he doesn't get away. He does have an AMS system, which is proving to be somewhat irritating. You're not getting involved unless I absolutely have to. And I really, really don't want to get you involved. Sprint! Yeah, we've got another turn at least of trying to get there. And Exodus. Exodus, I doubt, can actually get behind. So we're kind of stuck. And we're not really in a good range for it. You know what? That'll be fine. Gives us a little bit more height. Gives us some accuracy. Nothing too crazy, though. We will start burning through the rest of them. Yeah, let's do that. Blitz him with everything you got. Oh, those medium lasers missing so badly. It's really painful to actually watch. And it's on to him, so he's probably bugging out. But I've got 2 mechs in fairly interesting positions that I can work against him. Okay, Witness. Witness, can you get behind him? Oh, can you get behind him and shoot? No, he can't. Okay, that's alright. I had been working on the left side, I believe. So I will actually sprint right here. Hi. And get right next to him. We managed to avoid the fire, which is good because I really don't have all that great heat dispersion at this moment. Wow, not nearly as many shots as I would otherwise have loved. Where's his escape zone? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Prepare to defend the zone, should it be required. Ripper. Can you get a shot into the back of that? You are incredibly quick. You can. Oh, I love it. And we will stand out in the open. Gives us a slightly better accuracy. And I'm gonna set it to clusters. 51%. We're gonna warlord it as well. So, yeah, this is the best chance we've possibly got. Crit something. I'm not sure what we got through on that one. That actually looked really, really terrible. Maneuver slightly to this side. Wish I had warlord still. We are being jammed by ECM. Blast him. Okay, we got a leg damaged. And some more damage in the back. Lots of damage. Ooh, we're blowing things up. We knocked out his AMS. We knocked out his blue field particle. And he ejected. Oh, you really? You don't say. So he ejected out of that back. So Mr. Stabby's going to be in repairs for quite some time. Which is a bit of a shame, because now that's both of our melee mechs out. Yeah, that was an interesting determination by the enemy. I didn't think he was in that bad of condition, but I suppose he must have been. So 356,000, but it's not what we took the mission for. We took it for salvage. Yeah, Mr. Stabby's dented. Everybody else is pretty good. In fact, the Shadowhawk is completely undented. So 1, 2, and 3. I want the MRM, but I mean it's a 55-ton Centurion, and we could potentially get some really good kit actually. Let's actually go check to see what some of that might be. Oh, I want it. I really want it. This alone could completely. It'll completely rebuild the Wolverine and save up 4 tons. Oh, so tempted to grab it. I really want it. And a compact heatsink kit. Oh, you no. That's the composite. Composite minus 50% structure weight, but also minus 50% structure. That's painful. I don't know why I would want to do that. It seems like Endo Steel is just better. I mean, yeah, it's more slots reserved, but seriously, come on, guys. Compact gyro, XL gyro. There's a lot of good kit here. Did his blue shield survive? Nullsig. Oh. So much good stuff here. I gotta take the void and a weapon mount. Come on, guys. Please don't do that to me. Alright, we gotta rebuild this. I'm sorry, I want the Centurion parts, but I can't. I need weapon mounts. Weapon mounts are insane. They make it so that you can actually pull off certain ballistic builds. The Void System is a stage 3, and the Nullsig is a stage 3 as well. Alright, so what's the difference between these two? Because there's now a difference between them. Stealth systems prevent detection by the enemy. Nullsig signature is another, reducing incoming hits and heat generation to reduce 6 slots ECM. So 40%, plus 8 heat per turn, requires an ECM to be installed, minus 70% signature, plus 10% heat from weapons fire, minus 15% visibility. So this is the electronics one. And 2 to defense before movement decay. So you can move 3 hexes, and you'll, as long as you move less than 3 hexes, you get 2 defense, plus the penalty, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on the range. This one, the Void System, is minus 70% visibility, but minus 15% signature, so you're less easy to see, but you're easier to see on sensors. You can move 5 hexes before your defense, and you have 8 defense before decay. But the Void System is so much better. Maybe not. So, I think... honestly, I think what I want to do is just take the weapon mount. Just take the weapon mount and grab it, because the only other thing I'd grab... TSEMP cannon? Tight stream, electro, tars of movement and accuracy and heat management. Oh, it's a melee haywire. Okay. Weapon is a recoil of 8. Holy crap. Yeah, before I think of it... oh, come on, game. That was mean. I would have been fine with, but 2, that means if I had taken one more, I've gotten my... but that's okay. We got an XL Gyro on top of that, but we also got some really good kit here. Did we need a 55-ton Centurion? Not really. If we run into another one, we can just kill him and we'll get it. So there is that working for us. Yeah. That's really kind of disappointing. Oh, one part away. But you know what? Again, Nullsig and a weapon mount. I can do stuff with weapon mounts. Weapon mounts are fantastic. They allow us to use basically a big ballistic on things. And we have a couple of really nice big ballistics. We recently picked up a Clan UAC 10, which I need to put onto something, and now I've got the weapon mount to go with it. So that plus a ballistic starting computer, and I've automatically got an AC 10, a UAC 10, which is going to be great. Or, you know, I can just continue to move this around with all of my silver bullet gausses, which I treasure so very highly. And just by saying that, the game has now realized this and is going to attempt to destroy my silver bullet gausses, I'm sure. All right, war activities. 19,822 for the next 4 days. Not terrible. We can continue to operate using that. What's our current funds? Yeah, 1.1. So we're good on that. So 1 day for the Bushwhacker, 2 days for Mr. Stabby, 5 days for the Hatchman, and 2 days for the Starhawk. We need, what, 3 days-ish? 2 days before the B team is ready. Maybe less than that. So we'll go 1 and 2, and we'll stop. And is that everybody? So the Hatchman is 3 days away. I believe that's all of the B team ready to go, so we're going to have to pick up another mission just for them. Although I'm not quite sure they're going to be quite as good at taking a mission like that. Bullet Trap, Hacker, Hammer, Majestic. Yeah, everybody's good. And our mechs should be fine. Just going to do a quick check for excess damage. Okay, nobody's been critted. But I do need to do a couple of mech modifications at some point. Oh, I wish I'd gotten that MRM-30. MRM-30s are amazing. They're so much better than LRM-15 times 2. Just got to do a quick check in here. No, just MMLs, which, to be fair, MMLs are not bad. By the way, I think I was calling MMLs MLMs a little bit while ago, but no, they're MMLs, multi-missile launchers, and basically what they allow you to do is shoot either SRM or LRM ammunition out of it. They're very fun. All right, so let's go grab another contract for the B team. I kind of don't want to take a 3.5 skull mission with them, just because they're not that good. I mean, I love my B team, but I may have to. The other choice is an ambush convoy and a defend base. If we're going to defend base, we may as well go big. So we'll do that. Lyran Commonwealth ain't going to like us, but you know what? The Lyrans can suck it. After all, they already like us at the maximum tier anyway. So we're fine with that. Pull you out, pull you out, pull you out. Oh, so tempted to keep you in. So base defense, of course, with Mr. Stabby. Actually, no, I got to keep him in. Brother has got to be driving Mr. Stabby because he's got Berserker, which kind of sucks for Hammer. Or, I'm sorry, but hammer, not brother. Which kind of sucks for brother, because brother needs to get that level 8, and he's working on it. But I can't afford not to have it so long as I'm using Mr. Stabby, because Mr. Stabby is simply not on the same level as the old Hatchet Man. And so he needs to use Berserker if he actually wants to kill anything. Do we want to drop like this? Yeah. We're going to hope for some serious base defenses to sort of support us on this one. It is in the Highlands, which could go one of a couple of ways. There's a really terrible base, which actually has the enemy sort of spawn right behind the base on your level. And then there's a really amazing base, which has the base sort of in the back corner and just massive fire lanes out to everywhere. And we're back. Yes, we had a little bit of a crash on this mission, but it happened fairly early on, so we're just going to turn around and try and get right back into it. So, beefed up security. There is a small Davian base on New Aragon that has been attacked by raiders. The latest attack was far better organized and equipped than the previous ones, suggesting the raiders are receiving logistical and tactical support from a hostile power. We may not be able to withstand a second attack of that scale. We'd like to hire you to provide additional defensive support. So this will be a 3.5 skull mission, 4 of 17, priority salvage 391,200 C-bills, and with any luck it won't crash this time. So yes, we are bringing Hammer in Mr. Stabby, and then the rest of the B team in the normal mechs that we took in the last mission, which happened just a few moments ago for you. So this is, of course, the terrible map. This is the worst possible map to, well, maybe not the worst possible, but one of the worst possible maps in order to get a base defense on. And the reason is because the initial enemy force spawns down here. Then after about 3 turns, the enemy force then spawns down here, heading up the mountain, but more importantly, drops a dropship right back here, meaning that they can walk forward and blast your entire base, and should they have sufficient firepower, they can kill absolutely every single building here in one turn. This is an awful, terrible setup for a mission, and I'm really kind of not super happy it's here, but we shall overcome. So let's get on the move. We're going to sprint right on down, see if we can actually identify the enemy. Nothing on sensors as of yet, but he will be in a position to follow up moving very shortly. We have a Raptor 2 on sensors, basically just a super large Raven, and ooh, wow, was that a mag shot rifle? I'm really hoping that was a mag shot rifle, because if that was a Gauss rifle, we were about to have some serious problems. And let's see what other movement is occurring before we even get to operate. That is somewhat scary. Okay, LRM's being blasted in from the south onto the Vega APC. Ooh, able to shoot down some of them thanks to its AMS. And we have an Owens. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if it's actually got an original model. The Owens is one of the Innisphere's first Omnimechs. So the Innisphere also builds Omnimechs, much like the clans. And the Owens is a little tiny light scout. You run into it fairly frequently on... oh crap, I shouldn't have fired the rocket launchers. Didn't mean to do that, but we did manage to hit him with one of the light PPCs, so there is that working for us. Anyway, the Owens is basically a small, fast, nibble scout mech with a pair of LRM-5s on the shoulders. It's quite cool, actually. I do kind of like Owenses, mainly because way back when I was in my high school computer club and we were playing MechWarrior 3, the Owens became one of my favorite rides because I would put an electronic countermeasure suite of some description on there and max out the engine and give it a whole ton of flamers, because at the time the sort of prevailing meta of the group was by using just an annihilator with 4 Gauss rifles. And so the Gauss rifles wouldn't have any sort of heat sinks to handle that. So a single little tiny Owens zipping around at maximum speed and lighting everything on fire, especially the heat sinkless annihilators, could literally melt them down. It was amazing and fun in so many ways. And then later on, one of my buddies came up with the Skittles mech, which was basically a cauldron born with a whole ton of pulse lasers. You also have a javelin here, so nothing too heavy all that yet. So let's just get a little bit of fire on that Raptor. Unfortunately, like a Raven, he's going to have an electronic countermeasure suite, which has managed to block pretty much all incoming fire except for a single medium laser, which plinked off of it without too much damage. Maybe that was a pulse laser shot. In any event, we didn't do all that, a heck of a lot to him. We're going to have to rely on Mr. Stabby to actually get up close and personal. So it looks like we've cycled back. Yeah, have we? Not quite certain. Yeah, it's round 2. And there's the Owens. It's using a Jenner. Okay, that's fine. It's reasonable. I mean, the Owens would not have, like, the Jenner's front piece. If you were to chop the Jenner, that entire nose off, that's a lot more similar to what the Owens would be like. But the arms are quite similar in that they are there, I suppose. We also have a Phoenix Hawk. A Pahoenix Hawk is nothing too scary to have to worry about. He is a 45-ton mech, though, so I am actually going to reserve Hammer down so that I can get somebody to actually see this Phoenix Hawk so he can run in here and basically chop it in half. I don't know if he can do it, but with Berserker, he should have a halfway decent chance of actually killing it. So let's go put ourselves right up on top of him. We are going to get a side angle. Lovely, and it should be close range as well. Hello, Phoenix Hawk. I can't really see you, but you have 2 machine guns and a whole bunch of other things. So we'll just put a little bit of fire on you, make it so that you're not having the best of days, and then just as soon as we can... Okay, turrets are online. Y'all are done for now. Owen's immediately getting sensor locked, so he's going to be vulnerable. Bullet Trap can sort of continue his aggression down there, or he can, yeah, we'll maneuver him up here, take care of the Owens. We don't want to get too far away from sort of our home base when that enemy mech force shows up. We want to be in position. Oh, we managed to hit him with the Gauss rifle and the PPC, so he's going to be less accurate and, you know, got hit with the Gauss rifle. So not having the best day ever. APC coming in, managing to deal a decent amount of damage right there, and spreading out the love a little bit towards the Phoenix Hawk as well. Not the worst thing in the world. Owens is almost unsteady. Oh, if he had just been a little bit more, we would have had that. All right, Hammer, are you within range? You absolutely are. So let's Berserker this up here, and we're going to basically run right into you and hopefully chop you into little tiny pieces. Wow, it's a 64% chance. Is there something special about the hatchet? Actually, no, it's the hatchet, isn't it? It probably has better accuracy. We missed a 201 chance to hit. That is... or not chance to hit, a 201 damage potential. That is absolutely terrible. And he missed everything as well. So now our little tiny Mr. Stabby's on top of the enemy. Oh, come on, you only got a little more hit. And is that unsteady? Oh, not quite. Close, but not quite. Hammer will then, I suppose, just maneuver around into the back. I mean, it's the only thing I've got going for me. It's only a 63, but hey, maybe we'll pull something off here. Come on, do it for me. Oh, missed the second one in a row. Now we got to rely on our electronic countermeasure, which is a little bit dangerous. We did poke him. Target acquired. He is now having a little bit of a bad day. Nothing too bad, though, unfortunately. We are in trouble. Yeah, we haven't killed any mechs yet, and next round, the enemy is about to show up. We have until round 10 to actually finish killing everybody, which we're not really doing a good job of. Luckily, we did take this for salvage and not for cash, so we're going to basically collapse on the heavy mechs that'll likely show up over there, and we should be okay. If we don't kill any of these guys, I mean, none of these are anything that we would keep. Raptor is... no, wouldn't bother. Looks like the Owens is coming for a melee attack, not quite able to connect. He will be very evasive because of that, though, and that is rather irritating now, because actually hitting him is going to be quite difficult after we did such a great job. Oh, he's only got 2 pips of evasion? Oh, that's what it looks like. No, that's got to be that's the APC standing in front of him. We don't see evasion stats anymore. Looks like we got a punch coming in from the Phoenix Hawk as well. This time they actually did manage to connect with our Bushwhacker, but we should be able to get in behind him. This is actually not a terrible position. The Raptor coming back up and has guarded and entrenched. So I have a shot right in behind you. I don't have the best chance to hit, but at the end of the day, you don't have the best amount of armor. Oh, I think we blew up something important. We didn't quite kill him, but he's not having a good day. We've torn off half the... oh, no, we did kill him. He had an XL engine. Oh, how the things can turn. And I'll pop up behind you, and that'll give me some really good chances to hit. Hello, you are jamming me, but I have a fairly decent number of shots, and if I get kind of lucky and tear off one of your shoulders... didn't quite. We've got a crit on the XL engine, but he's not dead. It's going to take at least one more round of blasting him in order to take care of that. We will, of course... ooh, do I have a shot here? No, not quite. The shot I want is, of course, this one. And we are going to take it. I'm trying to position myself so that when the people show up at the start of the next round, we're not dead. There goes the Owens, so we're not getting that Omni-Mech. Although it is the shape of a Jenner. If it was its own model, I would probably keep the parts, but being a Jenner, not so much. And here comes the enemy. Yep, they get to drop their dropship right on top next to us, and this is what makes this difficult. We got a Zephyr and a missile carrier, okay. What else is coming in? Mobile artillery. Okay, that's not good. Yeah. So, let's hope that we don't die. So, mobile artillery and the missile carrier again. So, we do have an AMS, which is helpful against that. So, it looks like he held off quite a bit of fire on that one. You can't see the javelin over here, so you know what? I do want to get up on top of those buildings, so let's, or not on top of the buildings, on top of those vehicles, so let's get this thing on the, I was about to say let's get this thing on the road, but I suppose I meant to say let's get the show on the road. Yeah, we're going to zip right on over here as quickly as we can. We will be in a position to do something about this next turn. Hopefully we don't get hit by artillery, but he's clearly our primary target. Maybe it'll be artillery that we can actually fit inside of a mech. That would be cool. Majestic. You do not have shoot and scoot. But I'm gonna make you do this anyway because, well, I figure this will work out okay. Maneuver right like so, puts me in a little bit of cover. I am being jammed by ECM, but I only had to do that in order to kill him because he had an XL engine, like so many mechs were starting to run into too. The XL engine is such a weakness. The fact that you would put it, well, yeah, it was a medium mech. So the fact you would put it on anything that wasn't a light just screams like a bad idea to me. Now maybe I'm wrong. And ooh, we got a Black Knight. Ooh, I think I have Black Knight parts, don't I? I think I have 2 of them. First, however, artillery must die. So, I'm going to position myself right over here. We're going to risk something a little bit because I want to see if I can take a shot. Yeah, I want that mobile artillery. It's not great. Fire! Miss, miss, miss. Oh, that's terrible. Even our sort of mini version of Haywire is not going to connect on that one. I do want to get some pressure going on down on these guys. Yes, I probably should invest everybody up top, but if I can strip the Black Knight of his escort, then we can probably get a decent amount done here. A lot of missiles coming in, damaging him quite nicely. I believe I have 2 parts to a Black Knight. Oh, I got a catapult C1 as well. And a Shadow Car. Okay, so this is a dangerous force down here. And the AMS just blasting the missiles. That was a beautiful shot. 5 of 5 taken down. As long as we stay under cover, the Shadowhawk probably can't do anything with long-range weapons. This missile carrier, likewise, probably is going to have a little bit of a difficult problem trying to get through everything that's going on. The Vager APC is going to open fire on the Cicada as well. Looks like we are well through his armor. Enemy turn. Oh, God. It's the well, whatever this mobile artillery is. And missiles raining down like fire. Swarm LRMs. Looks like they didn't cause too much damage. This medium building is... Oh, God, that's incredibly weak. So we're not having the best of days. Okay, large laser fire missing the missile carrier, which would have been very helpful had we actually managed to connect on that one. I was kind of hoping we would actually be, you know, within sight range of a couple of things, but we're not. So I'm probably going to have to reserve with Hammer, and that's not cool. Yeah, Hammer's got to reserve, because Hammer's got to step on this mobile artillery. Reserve! Majestic is currently fighting a duel down here. Let's go kill a Javelin, I suppose. Yeah, he's not very evasive. He's sort of out in the open. Unfortunately, we missed a couple of important shots with our heavy weapons. Although XL engine inside of him as well. Okay, so the Vanguard's eliminated. That's like a 30% increase in payout, which is not terrible at all. Hacker does not have shoot and scoot, even though I really need to give it to him. We'll maneuver out into the open a little bit. This is not the best position ever, but this should protect us a little bit. So we're getting some damage down, probably blowing through the side of his armor. Yeah, we probably cored him out. So Cicada is offline, but the Cicada is not exactly a deadly mech. What's really going to be dangerous is that Black Knight. Bullet Trap. I got to get you on the move and in visual with this guy. Please see, please see, please see. You didn't see him. I'll fire everything anyway. Unfortunately, we missed it all. Again. So Hammer's going to have to walk out there and basically spend a turn in amongst the enemy. I don't want him to be there. I really don't want him to be there. Okay, I got a little bit of long-range fire. Luckily, our AMS has most of us covered. Yeah, Hammer, you're kind of screwed. I mean, I can't bunch up. There's artillery to be had. Zip on over here. Hello! Hi. Got a missile carrier. Take care of it. Shoot it! Hey, we got it. If they shoot it, it'll be lovely. So let's see what happens with this moving forward and how the enemy wants to respond. Large laser fire. Okay, not particularly useful in that one. How big is this artillery? Oh, apparently he doesn't have any shots to this. He blew it up. I'm not sure what. But in any event, he appears to not be at full strength. So I'm definitely going to take that as a positive. Got a little bit of deep scan going down. The mobile artillery, not sure what it's going to do. Were we hit with anything important? I don't think we were. I'm hoping we weren't. No, it doesn't look like we actually got hit. So the AI is trying to puzzle out what it wants to do, and hopefully it's not going to be too dangerous to us, mainly involving artillery and terror. They've actually got, like, a perfect setup for, like, killing us, and I'm not all that happy about it. Oh, lovely! AMS just stopping the Zephyr from being able to do basically anything. So shot down that without too much trouble at all. I'm loving the fact that this thing is just, like, Iron Dome here, blasting everything. Very reminiscent of the last base assault that we did, which I believe I named the episode Iron Dome. Zephyr zooming into the forest, looking for a little bit of cover on that one. So who gets to move next? And a little bit more point defense coming down. And 4 of 30. Not as tremendously great, but he's probably struggling to run low. Okay, that's a lot of fire. I don't think many of them hit, but that was still a lot of fire. 48 shots, jeez. That's a lot of shots coming my way. Luckily, he was able to shoot it down, and probably a Haywire or a Narc was shot down with that one. Missile carrier is, of course, an ace pilot. After all, who wouldn't be if they were driving one of those? I don't know if we got hit. I don't think we were, because if we were, we'd probably be dead. Let's be honest with ourselves. If we got hit by that, we'd be a goner. Alright, he didn't move very fast, so hopefully we can... Oh, just please shoot down all the missiles. Yes, I had to put Mr. Stabby in the middle of harm's way, but that was only because victory had to be assured. Hopefully. The missile carrier is, of course, being an ace. Back up to the Davians, and the Davians are going to move their APC around a little bit, and he's going to lay down a sensor lock. That's nice. 2 sensor locks. So we got 2 deep scans, which will actually allow them to hit him a couple of times. That missile carrier's armor starting to get a little bit thin, and that fire starting to get a little bit thick. Okay, kill this. 93, 89. Yeah, we'll go for the 93. How much armor do you have? 170? I'm about to do 264. You don't have that much armor.
Confirmed.
So kill him, please. Or you could miss a 93%. Yeah, that's always an option. Okay, that's a problem. So I'm not having a good day anymore. We are potentially having a very, very bad day. And then I've got all this coming my way, and I've got heat problems. This is not a fight that I want to take just right now. I need to buy myself some time. So that may be done by doing this. I do not have a shot. That means they don't have a shot on me. We're positioning for a follow-on turn. I'm gonna need a shot on that carrier. Yeah, that'll kind of do it. Gotta make sure he dies. So, mobile artillery, go away. I hit him. I hit him with all of my weapons. Unfortunately, he's not dead. He's sensor impaired, though, so that might help out a little bit. I'm gonna have to rely on these turrets to really be effective. A deep scan is not particularly effective in this measure. I'm gonna need firepower, guys. Lasers, missiles, ballistic cannons of some description. A railgun, if you happen to have it. I mean, we're kind of in trouble here. Okay, it looks like the Shadowhawk had his LRMs intercepted once again. And Majestic, you will maneuver up to support our other Shadowhawk. Unfortunately, there's a bit of apparently a giant... Oh, there is a giant ravine there. Ooh, that's going to make this take a little while longer. So I'm going to need more time than I thought I was. I thought I was just going to be able to zip across this, but that is apparently not possible. Kind of wishing I had jump jets at the moment. So the goal will be to sort of peek up behind the enemy and blast them with everything I've got. We want to basically keep them away. We've got 5 more rounds where we got to keep them away, and something's got to be done about this artillery, and I'm not quite sure what. Missing that stomp was really bad. Okay, a little bit of fire going down from the Zephyr. I don't really care. Please don't shoot the Zephyr. Shoot one of the very important systems, hopefully that mobile artillery. Please. That's all I'm really asking for at this moment. Don't really care about... Well, actually, no, I do definitely care about those missile launchers, because the missile launchers are going to suck. Oh god, we may have lost Mr. Stabby on this one. I just realized we have basically no evasion moving into this, and they're going to fire 48 missiles at us. Yeah, that's kind of a harbinger of things that are about to come. So, can we get some supporting fire here? The mobile artillery apparently doesn't have any cannons. Either that or is unwilling to fire at point-blank range, which I cannot blame him. He'd probably blow himself up. Enemy turn onto the Steiners. What will the Steiners do? They have bought Black Knight, and they're going after a Shadowhawk. So we should hopefully avoid them. Point defense system doing its very gosh darndest. We did get Hayward, though, unfortunately. 10 out of 31. And more missiles coming down, but it looks like he targeted the Bushwhacker, so the Bushwhacker is mostly okay. We're alive. 6 of 18 got shot down by that one. So that's one missile carrier. There's a second one there. So that's a bit of a problem, because we've got to deal with this before we can maneuver on to go support that. Mr. Stabby is getting a little bit unsteady. He's not quite walking as straight as we'd like him to. Although, hopefully we can turn that around in relatively short order. Can't believe he missed a 93. He's also missed 2 63s, but the 63s aren't quite as bad. The 90s, though, that makes me very worried. Deep scan going down to the missile carrier, and some sort of unknown turret. I don't have any information on that. Structure exposed. We're critting a couple of things. That's lovely. So a little bit more crit on that, and we can basically ignore things. Where's the mobile artillery? Right into the middle of the fire. Lovely. Can I get a better chance? 80%, 89% without moving, which makes me a sitting duck. I'm gonna berserker this. I gotta make sure this hits. Because otherwise we're just in trouble. 97 versus 89, I'll take it. Hi, I'm about to deal 402 damage. Oh, whoops, I accidentally blew my legs up. That was my bad. That's really bad, actually. The mobile artillery's out of the fight, though. So we didn't turn the mask off in time. So we are in pain. Lucky for us, Mr. Stabby doesn't have anything on his feet, so it's not like we lost any talents. But he is going to be basically a non-factor for the rest of the fight. So that is a bit bad. Alright, Majestic, can I get you in position to support anytime soon? I can. So one of the important things about doing a base defense mission is you have to tag everybody. Because they are set to go after this base until they're touched. After you touch them, then they will go after you. But to begin with, you have to touch them. And we have. So let's get... Oh, I was going to shoot and scoot, and then I forgot. He doesn't have shoot and scoot. If I maneuver myself out here, I will get blasted by a lot of things. I think I can maneuver slightly to the back. Is that a direct line of sight? That is not a direct line of sight. So I've already got an intercepted line of sight. Not the worst thing in the world. We will get underway and maneuver slightly to see if we can't pull away from that Black Knight and give him a little bit of missile fire. We just need to sort of get his attention, hopefully separate himself from the rest of the group, so I can dive on him with enough mechs to kill him before anything else can happen. And, you know, we've got 2 Shadowhawks versus their 1. Black Knight maneuvering well out wide, but that's sort of okay. You can die quite easily. I'd like to kill the ones who won't die easily. I'm within minimum range for my PPCs. So that'll have to do. Hi, buddy. I'm going to blast you quite a lot more. And we got him. Okay, so the second missile carrier is offline. Oh, the first missile carrier. The second of the heavy vehicles is offline. We just need this one to die, and he has an exposed section. So if we've got any more turrets that can just blast him and hit him there once or twice, we've got that missile carrier taken care of, which we need to so that I can shift my entire forces down south. You can ignore the Zephyr for now. He's not going to do all that much damage, but that missile carrier can probably knock out an entire building on his own in one volley of shooting. So we would like to avoid that. He's only got 4 turns to kill that Black Knight. Because I do want parts to that Black Knight. Because right now, all the stuff that we've killed, I don't really care about. Okay, Zephyr blasting us. Managed to hurt us a little bit. Not super happy about that. 1 hit from the AMS. If the Zephyr maneuvers right next to me, that would be very helpful. Because I can't move very far with this mech anymore. Now that the mask has been crit and our legs are basically destroyed, we are kind of limping along. Not having him for the Black Knight fight is actually going to suck a little bit. Because the Black Knight's going to be quite tough. He's what, 70, 75 tonner? I think he's 75. How heavy are you? How fat are you? Oh, also the catapult, which would be nice. Ooh, lovely. So that AMS is basically turning his LRMs totally worthless. Allied turn gets to move now. It is a 75-ton mech. Okay. So that's a bit of a problem. Bagger, APC, I was hoping you would lob some missiles. That would have been super helpful. And Teat is critical. Leg almost gone. Misfire. Somebody kill this gosh darn thing before he kills me. I was kind of hoping he'd drive into the fire and set himself on fire and blow himself up. But that is not happening. He is right next to me, actually, though. Oh, that's a penetrating hit. Heatsink destroyed. Structure exposed. Can we get one more of those? Actually, both of these have openings. That's a hit. Come on, come on. Penetrate, penetrate. Hover propulsion destroyed. That should kill him. I mean, he's immobile now. Engine crit. Low profile hull destroyed. So he's easier to hit. Alright, Hammer. Walk over. You can't explode. So I'm okay with this. Die, please. Oh, he's got no weapons! Oh. Never mind. Killed? Mech shutdown. That is bad. On many ways. He's in the middle of a fire. He's not exactly going to get out of that super easy. Show up here and sort of say hi? I think we do. Catapult, no. Black Knight, hi! So we're gonna give him a little bit of love. And that's a lot of love, actually. Nice job out of the MRM. Really good accuracy there. Enemy turn, which I'm hoping is not the Zephyr, because otherwise somebody's gonna get tripped. Okay, that was possibly the Zephyr? This is a bit unfortunate, because, you know, he is, not particularly evasive anymore. And we were kind of using that. Bullet trap! I need you to... Does he have anything else? We don't know. We honestly do not know, sir. That's unfortunate. I do believe you had your opening on this side, so I'm going to maneuver here. Oh, no, it was on the front. Gosh darn it. Kill him! Okay, good. We killed him. So there's only this. He's got no health anywhere anymore. And our commando is out of the fight, but cannot die anyway, so we're happy. I can now shift all of my forces down south to deal with the oncoming 3 mechs. The Shadowhawk has been dented a little bit. We did a pretty decent number on that Black Knight. So if I can get my Gauss rifle in position, I might actually be able to kill the Black Knight. Majestic! Wait, you've got a black shot on who? The catapult? That's so tempting to take, actually. It really is. I want to be aggressive and maneuverable, so I'm actually going to walk right out here and I'm going to Vigilance. Use some of my resolve, but not enough to remove me out of the category. Oh, dude, LRM 15 swarms, that's it. I'm going to go for you, because you are... Oh, actually, triple large laser? You are you're the less armored version. And I think, because I renamed it to the ML. This particular Black Knight actually is in the Mech HQ game that we're playing on the Discord right now. Our pilot Vanguard drives it, and one of the problems we noticed was that it's very light on armor, but it was also the biggest stick that we had in that lance, and so it constantly got focused down. There we go. Okay, machine guns took him out. Thank you. So if we put enough fire down... Restart. If we put enough fire down, we can actually probably take this Black Knight out. Yes, I'm going to maneuver forward. We're going to be somewhat aggressive on this one. Can I see him? I cannot. But I don't have to see him because I've got a lot of MRMs to fire. Alright, I'm seeing penetrating hits, which are good. More MRMs, more MRMs. I need more. Was it enough? Majestic, push. We're basically getting probably too close, but I'm sort of hoping that I can knock out his leg. Yeah, it's probably a forlorn hope, but I do have some desires to make it happen, because if we can blow his leg off... Engine destroyed, apparently. If we can blow his leg off, he will fall over and be incredibly vulnerable to incoming fire. So he's got no more armor, and he's pushing forward, and he's going to open fire with a lot of large lasers. Lucky for us, most of them managed to miss. So we're okay. And his heat is way critical. Bullet trap. I need your fire support. This is what you were born for. We got 2 rounds. We're going to kill the Black Knight. I have high faith in that. The question is, can I kill the Black Knight? Can I kill the Black Knight and the catapult? So I managed to hit him sensors and pair time too. I think it does stack. That's very good. Blew off his arm, not his leg, unfortunately. My hope had been for the leg. But if he just takes a little bit more fire, he will be unsteady, and then potentially could be knocked down by friendlies. AMS, of course, proving to continue to set that Shadowhawk to be utterly worthless, and I'm loving it. And allied phase. Okay, let's see what they're going to do. I think he ran through the fire, so that was probably not great for him. Yeah, 30 damage on the burn, because the vehicles can't take heat, so they take damage instead of heat. And the catapult maneuvering off to the side didn't do anything. Lovely, so the AI is not being insanely effective. That deep scan could be helpful for the long-range fire support stuff, sure. Blow his leg off. That's his torso. And he's no longer evasive. I don't know what that is, but I want to... Oh, it is a railgun. That's really cool. Okay, you can walk deeper into the burned forest because you're not here to fight. You're enjoying the scenery at this point. Not gonna lie, I wanted to take it intact, but that's not gonna happen, is it? Do you have multi-target? You do. Oh, that's actually pretty good then. Can I get a shot on multiple targets here? Only if I come down here. And I was really kind of hoping to get an unobstructed shot on that catapult. Alright, let's do this. The shot ain't great, but that's because he's sort of at a distance. So you and you. The large X-Pulse is going to Bravo. And you're also... No. You're also going to Bravo. Okay, so pulses and then normals. Stability check passed, unfortunately. We also blew up his hand. Getting a little bit of damage on the back of the catapult, or trying to. Apparently we can't hit with 78s. So, guys, I'm trying to steal some mechs here. Could you kind of work with me on this one? Okay, so I've got a great shot here. Unfortunately, that great shot is on an mostly unarmored leg. Yeah. I don't want to do that. It's gonna kill him. Fire! Yeah. Yeah, that was a CT kit. Okay, so he's dead. Maneuver into the back. I saw green. I saw a solid green. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Ignoring the Shadowhawk. Kill me him. Everything you got. So we're going to succeed in this round. Unfortunately, the mission is going to end before we get a chance to truly take everybody down. So, a little bit. We are going to get a Black Knight part, which will be helpful. We'll be moving forward with that one. We may pick up some artillery. And the AMS just says, no, you're not allowed to do anything. He might have multi-targeted right there. I would assume that he did. You've got, what, an LB5? And the catapult. Gonna open fire on the turret. Doing a decent amount of damage. I mean, swarm LRMs are pretty gosh darn good. If I had one more round, I could take out this catapult, but I don't. So we will take the win, the W. And there we go. Thank you. So not quite what I was hoping to get. I really kind of wanted to be able to get the Black Knight and the catapult. We could have won that if I had not blown up the legs on the Mr. Stabby. Unfortunately, I kind of kneecapped him because I got a little bit panicked and just did not shut off his mask. If I had, we would have had things a little bit easier. He also took an actual armor penetration, which was pretty rough. Luckily, he was able to survive. So he'll be a while to repair, but once he's done, it'll be cool. Grabbing the Black Knight part. Of course, I don't care about any of those. ER large lasers are, of course, very nice, but I've got 4 of them. LRM 20s, LRM 5 Delta, which is a minus AMS mod, which didn't seem to help. It's just that most AMSs seem to be able to take care of that. Thumper artillery. Okay. How many crits? 8. I don't know if that'll fit. We're going to try. So Thumper Artillery does 50 damage. Artillery deals massive damage at extreme range, but has immense mass, times 2 critical chance to hit with this weapon, minus 2 direct fire penalty. Weapon damage varies between plus or minus 10. Weapon has a recoil of 3. The weapon is capable of indirect fire. It's actually kind of disappointing, if I'm completely honest. I'm going to keep it anyway. I mean, come on. It's artillery. The last time I got artillery, I believe it was a long time, and we weren't able to use it because we couldn't fit it inside of any mech, and we never got a chance to actually get the mech that it would fit in. Did we save any of it? Oh, okay. So there's a lot of ammo here. Deals an area of effect within 100 meters. Additional is 40. So it will deal, if it hits the target, 90 damage to the target and 40 damage to everything around it. You know what? I think we invest in the gun. I'm not going to drop the Black Knight part, of course. Actually, no, that's 0 parts. May not be worth it. Fast cam artillery is 40% damage penalty below airburst range. Airburst shells and 10 bomblets after 300 meters scatter over the target area. 2 mines per projectile, 7 mine trigger radius, 20% mine chance, 4 damage per mine. Did we grab all the fast cam ammo here? That'd be the interesting thing. How many rounds are per? 8 shots. We got 16 already. I think actually that's fine. Lock that. So we also got 2 parts of the Javelin and 1 part for the Phoenix. Phoenix Hawk. The Phoenix is actually a specific different mech than the Phoenix Hawk. Got a tag, the Thumper Artillery, of course. Patchwork material seems to... Not the best pickup, but hey, we've got our first artillery cannon. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't think I have a mech that can take it. I mean, it's 15 tons and 8 critical slots. That's actually not terrible. That's basically a little bit larger than an AC-20. And it's only dealing a little less damage than that, too. So that could very much kind of work in our favor if everything kind of goes according to plan. Which, you know, we might be able to make work. Having sort of a super long-range support artillery unit, I'm not opposed to it. And we do have a couple of Shadowhawks. I'm not sure what it'll fit in. Although, if I can fit that thing in an arm, we could turn a Centurion into it. Just a single thumper, kind of boom, from ultra long range. That'd be hilarious to me. But it will be interesting to see what we can do with it. I believe 8 slots will fit into most mechs. Fairly positive on that. Heck, if I could fit that into like a light mech, can you imagine that? Like a Raven running around? Or actually, Ravens don't have a Commando. It's going to take 26,000 for the next 5 days to bring all of our mechs back online. Although that is, of course, additive. It looks like Mr. Stabby only going to take 3 days. So we're 4 days away from the Hatchet Man, 3 days away from Mr. Stabby, 2 days on the Bushwhacker. Not terrible there at all. Didn't lose anything seriously. Oh yeah, Mr. Stabby's also going to require a little bit of extra time for repairing the legs. Oh, and the mask. The legs will be free, the mask not so much. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.